just think in hip hop, we just can't let everybody in and say that they're part of the culture.
I'm so glad you said that.
You know, I just feel that this is not just about quote unquote, you know, gangs, but like I just feel like we just, as far as a culture, we just are so okay. Yeah, come on in.
I don't even think it's a we letting people in.
How would you put
it? Popular culture is letting this shit in.
Okay.
And this goes to speak to the youth or kids that
Youths.
I don't think are that naive to let him just walk free and be cool. I mean, I have seen some people say, well, if somebody was threatening my life and this, that, and the third.
There's a lot of that going around.
But there's always been a lot of that.
Okay.
A lot of the top gangsters went to prison or didn't go to prison for snitching. Think about it. And that's historically speaking.
Yeah.
We're just talking about something it's not as under a microscope as it used to be.
Yeah.
It's wide out in the open. So it's easier to hear different points of views at all given times. So it's not anything new as far as somebody saying that, well, if I was in this situation, I would do that.
Well, I look at it from also to his point about we talk about letting people in, or, you know, whomever that is in terms of the culture, right? We talk about that. Like,
who let them in?
What I'm saying is I looked at this kid from the jump as, because I never thought any of this was 100% legit. I knew from the outside looking in, like, okay, he's funding these dudes to get street cred or whatever. That's cool. We talked about that. But it's like, I've always looked at it as a wasted space. Like, you don't really care about the hip-hop culture, the rap culture. You really just out here, you know what I'm saying, acting a fool, doing dumb shit to get bread, and it's really affecting people that may aspire.
Like
it has been, but this is to the extreme in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, this is a different level of, you know, exercising fuck shit just to use hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a different level in my opinion. And I'm like, you wasting space, you wasting time and influencing a bunch of people on some bullshit. Like,
so who's to blame in that situation though?
You have to blame the consumer for, I guess, following that, but you also have to blame the industry in terms of what you push, because we know what's pushed, that via radio, via TV, via whatever. Like, there's an agenda that's being pushed. So I think it goes both ways, because just because something is pushed, I don't think you have to follow it.
But guess what the #1 streaming source is right now?
What's that?
YouTube. So you don't have to have any kind of connection to anybody.
Right.
You make a video, put it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Consumers see that.
Yeah.
They pick it up, they eat it up. Then in turn it goes to the masses or the gatekeepers.
So you're saying after they go viral?
After the fact that it's already out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just help snowball the effect.
I mean, consumers have always driven, you know what I'm saying, the people going to tell you what's popular.
But like, the consumers are in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah.
You said they aren't?
They are.
They are. Okay.
Consumers are driving this whole train.
So you think it's consumers and it's not, I guess, I'll come to you, Lone, consumers versus, I guess, product placement. How people place music today. You don't think that's strategic versus...
I think it's how you said it.
Okay.
I do. I mean, I don't know what Terry feels like, but I feel like there's tiered levels. You know,
Right.
I feel like it starts off as the consumer drives it to a certain point.
Right.
Once it gets to a certain point, that's when the white hands jump in and propel stuff even higher.
That's what I think.
But
Like,
the consumers start it.
They
Because
just-
nothing's going to get to that point without consumers.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are grabbing stuff are just looking. They're just watching. They're just watching for those things. So maybe there needs to be...
They're trying to grab the low-hanging fruit.
Maybe there needs to be more of a... I mean, this has changed in the last handful of years. Is, you know, like... There was a time in music where you couldn't just put music out and it just blow up, you know, and technology has changed that for the better, you know, or the worse, depending on how you want to look at it.
I agree.
Then there was the blog era, right? And then the gatekeepers of music would turn to blog, you know, people that blog, you know, like people like Terry and myself and the Two Dope Boys and the Nah Rights and OK Players and whoever else, right? You know, there were literally, you had to get them on those sites. They were gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Those went away, and now the gatekeepers are whatever you want to call that term. Gatekeeper's not really the right term.
I see where you're going.
But
I get the idea what you're talking about.
Taste makers, if you will. That's kind of went away. So now the taste is entirely up on to whoever's listening, and even the people that are watching us. You know, like if we go in the comments on this, people automatically think they know everything off top just based upon the fact that it's the time that we're in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no there's no medium. You know, there's no type of filter, quality filter to. And then it gets into the conversation, well, what's quality? If 9 million people like something, who cares? You know, like
that. Because at the end of the day, what are they doing?
Yeah,
getting to the bag, because that's all that matters right now.
They are getting to the bag, and that's, we've talked about the concept of rap, you know, becoming, well, it's always been a hustle. Remember we talked about that idea of the hustle, but now it's like, to his point, like if you go viral and you get X amount of views, you're instantly a star. Like it happens that fast.
And yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there is
and
no. And
then the people that are going to try to come in and capitalize off of that, they know what to look for.
That's
and
what
then
I'm
they're
talking
like,
about.
all right, cool, let's grab this person real quick. So then it's come back around, and more consumers are like, well, all I got to do is do this.
Yep.
To where like even artists that are coming out and making new music now, they're not even looking at making art or rap, or especially in hip hop.
None of that matters.
They're more so looking for like, well, who can I get on my song that's going to propel me here? Or who, like, it's not about the product
at all.
It's just about, it's all about how can I get people to look at me? That's
views,
what it is.
And then when a single goes off, then let me get somebody else on the single.
Yeah.
In order to make it do more.
Yeah.